guys. Welcome to episode 29, Clangin and Bangin, with Mikey. And today we're going to talk about reputation versus character, man. And I think a lot of people get this misconstrued or think that reputation is more important than character. Don't get me wrong, they're both important. But let me break down what both are. Um, Reputation is what people think of you, whether good, bad, whatever. Character is who you are to your bones. And I think a lot of people, they put more stock in their reputation rather than their character because they deep down they really do give a shit about what other people think about them. And I've always been more of a character type of dude, bro. It's like I try not to gossip about people. I try not to talk shit. But hey, we all human, man. And we all fall prey to that trait. But I think it's extremely important to value somebody's character. And when I say that, it's like, bro, I had a good friend of mine last weekend came into town for a wedding, and he hit me up. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I had no idea he was gonna be in town, and he's like, bro, he's like, what you doing right now? Because I need a ride to my hotel room and from the airport, and um, and Uber's charging an arm and a leg for like a 15-minute ride. I'm like, all right, bet I got you. It's like, and so we put up to the spot, and he was like, bro. He's like, oh, how much owe you for the ride? I was like, no, don't even trip on that, man. It's like I consider dude family, man. So, and I don't expect things, to be given to me or to be handed to me just because somebody asked me for a favor, And he's one of my partners. Is like one of them dudes, bro. Is like I would do anything for. And the same thing goes for the rest of my circle. And but then again, that's just my character. If I can help you, I'll help you. I don't expect anything in return. Well, I know a lot of people, they be like, oh, well, so-and-so, I did this for so-and-so, yada, 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 yada. And like, they didn't show any gratitude, but, or they didn't pay me back. And I was like, no. It's like, if you can help them, why would you expect things, why would you expect something in return if you generally want to help me, if you're genuine about your intuition, right? And it's really top lofty, which is condescending. It's a condescending way of thinking because if you're gonna go through life thinking that, oh well, if I do X, Y, and Z for this person, they owe me a favor or whatever it is. Like, no, it's just like if you can help, you can like be helpful. But there is a fine line between somebody taking advantage of your kindness and always expecting you to be there, just because you're you. But yeah, that's character, man. Character to me is helping people and not expecting anything in return. Reputation, on the other hand, man, is like the older I get, and I'm only 32, and the older I get, the more I realize, like, bro, it really doesn't matter what you do. It really doesn't matter, what you have going on. Like, people are gonna talk about you regardless. Me myself, I'm a very friendly person. Like, I try to be friendly with everybody, and men, women, it doesn't matter. I'm just a friendly type of dude. Like, I'm that dude when I walk into a room, like, I bring the energy for, and this is not me sounding cocky or anything. And something recently happened where it was one of the gym homies. She thought there was something going on with this other girl that I was talking to in the gym. I'm like, nah, like she the homie, she cool. And it almost like she's going out of her way to get my attention. And I'm like what you want? And it's like, but to assume something's going on because you're always talking to people, just like, so what? I'm a friendly dude. You know, that's my reputation. That's who I am to other people. Like I never really have a bad day, or even if I have a bad day, it's, you know, or not even a bad day. It's more like a bad moment. You know, I don't I don't try to I don't fixate on what, you know, on what went wrong. You know, I don't fixate on that, you know, on that throughout the whole day, because it's pointless. You know, it's like everybody fucks up. Everybody has a bad moment. Just move past it. And one of my other really good friends, that's another that's another thing too. There was a lot of people thought there was something going on between us because we have a very platonic, you know, friendship, and like we're mad comfortable with each other, you know. And it's crazy how people can just take in a deal and run with it because, oh, you know, like you're talking to X, Y, and Z girls, this and this and that, so you must be doing something with her too. I'm like, nah, she just a homie, you know. And it's like when you got a dead shit, because it's like now it's looking at, looking like you out there doing something that you have no business doing, and that's never the case. And I think a lot of times, man, is like a lot of motherfuckers want the spotlight on them. You know, like they want to be seen, you know, or they want to be talked about, or they want to have the, you know, the they want to be part of the conversation, but they don't know how to be part of the conversation. So they end up being observant to a situation and thinking way too far into it. And in reality, dude, that says more about your insecurities than anything else. You know, if you constantly got to bring up other people, you know, and what they doing and why you talking to so and so, my thing is like, yo, why do you care? You know, and I say that in the most respectful way possible. It's like why do you find the need to be involved with something that doesn't even concern you, or doesn't affect your mental, you know? So, and um yeah, it's just interesting too, because reputation and character, man, is like they're both equally important. I think they are, but well, almost equally important. I think character carries a lot more weight, you know, than reputation does, because I've had people tell me shit that I'm never gonna tell anybody else. You know, I've had conversations with people like, yo, like what we talk about, dog, stays between us. I mean, it's like I'm not gonna blab it off to somebody else. I'm not gonna put it in my podcast. You know, I'm not gonna do anything of that nature, because that's my character. It's like, yo, like I, I like to be, thought of as a trustworthy type of individual, and I've never been the type to really gossip about people or anything like that. Man, it's like I just look at shit like, bro, are you really that fucking bored where you have to bring up other people just to make yourself, feel relevant, or less guilty of the shit that you have going on, you know? And so, reputation and character, man, it's like never get those two confused, because if you do, you be walking around looking real stupid, because like I said, like character is a little bit more important, at least to me it is, versus reputation. I could give a fuck what other people think about me. As long as me and mines are good, the circle, the homies, men and women that that I consider friends and whatnot, and as long as my platonic, friendships are good, everybody good, I could care less, because I know that me, myself, I'm solid. I know that how I'm moving is genuine, There's no ulterior motives, there's nothing here, man. So it's like when people confuse your rep, for your character, no. That means you don't know you don't know who the fuck you dealing with. And I don't mean that as me, I'm just saying in general. Because if you're gonna sit there and judge somebody and not really know who they are, and you're just basing it off of what you see, not how they conduct themselves, Because there's some really good people out there, man, who don't have, or whose reputations are not, I don't want to say not the best, but people talk shit about them because they don't know how to, they can't read them. Or I know people who have really good reputations, but their character is shit. You know, and so yeah, man, I just want to hop on in and say that because I think it's important, man. I think it's important that people know the difference between the two of them and avoid mistaking one for the other, or avoid putting an importance in one arena and not importance in the other one as well. So I hope y'all have a beautiful Sunday, man. Hope it's sunny, shiny, wherever you guys are at. Hope y'all keeping it the full peace, man. Positive, private, playing, and pushing. I'll see you on the flip side, man. Ghost.